So hey there, good morning. Welcome to Ecclesiastes 12. We're finishing the book of Ecclesiastes today. Tomorrow we will start the book of Proverbs, and we will have 31 days in the wisdom of Proverbs. So I hope you'll enjoy that just as much as you did Ecclesiastes, because I certainly loved Ecclesiastes. And remember, as we were studying Ecclesiastes, we started out by saying that this book will show us the failure of men. This book will show us the best that we can be apart from God. Well, now as we start getting to the end, we get to a couple really strong points of wisdom, and we get to the real point of all of this. Right down in the very last verse, we get to the point of all of this. So we're going to take a look first, chapter 12. It's verse 1. It says, "Remember now your Creator in the days of your youth." You know, there is a great amount of people serving God today who chose to serve God at a younger age. And they say that the older people get, the harder it is for them to choose God. Of course, that makes a little bit of logical sense, because the more you taste the fleshly desires and the more you pursue to just make yourself happy, the more yourself wants to be happy, if that makes sense. Remember I said before that greed is never happy. It always wants more. And it's the same with your flesh. Your flesh always wants more. And so as you get to be 30, 40, 50 years old and you're just in this habit of just pleasing yourself and you can't change, it's so much harder for you to change. So those of you with kids, man, reach them for God now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Reach them for God now. Make sure they understand the goodness of God, the love of God. And you know what? It's okay to ask them, hey, would you like to devote your life to God now? It's okay at 5, 6, or 7, because some of them already understand. Some of them already know enough that they will make a lifelong decision for Christ. If you have not asked your child to make a lifelong decision for Christ, ask them, hey, would you like to live for God for the rest of your life? And then pray with them. Say, God, please come into my life. God, please lead me all of my life and keep me from the evil one. Pray with them. And as we get down to the end of this chapter, verse number 13 says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What the writer is saying is, you know what? Let's get to the bottom of all of this. Let me tell you what life is about. This is what life is about. And this is something we should all keep in our minds and keep in our hearts all the time. This is what life is about. Do you want to know why God created you? Listen up. God created you to fear God and keep His commandments. For this is man's all. This is what life is about. For God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether it's good or evil. You are going to stand before God. You are, just because you're a Christian, you are not exempt about standing before God. You are not exempt in that. He will judge everything that you have done. Okay? Everything that you have done in a manner of selfishness, everything you have done in a manner to please yourself, everything that you have done that was not God-driven, that did not bring glory to Him, or everything that you stole God's glory on, everything that did not point to Him will be burned off. And you will be left standing before God only with the good that you have done and the good that you have given Him the glory for. To put it in another way, you'll be standing there only with the good He has done through you that you actually allowed Him to get the glory for. And then, of course, you will be given rewards based on that. Jesus tells us to build up rewards in heaven where moth and rust don't destroy. Build up our treasure in heaven. He's telling us, this is God telling us, hey, you have a bank account in heaven. What are you depositing into? What are you depositing into it? Amen. I love you all. I hope you have a super day.